Hi everyone, I'm Simon from Xiamen University, and this video is for my individual assignment of the course Philosophy and Education. In this video, I'm going to make a brief introduction about a German philosopher, Friedrich Nietzsche, and also his thoughts that brings into the overview of the modern education. Nietzsche is an interesting philosopher. I read and love some of his quotes before I know his name, such as, "Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process he does not become a monster. When you look long into an abyss, the abyss also looks into you." And also, "That which does not kill us makes us stronger." It's a profound statement that resonates with those who seek the deeper meaning. Nietzsche's writing is characterized by its aphoristic style, making it both highly engaging and open to diverse interpretation. Nietzsche is known for his profound and controversial ideas that had a long-lasting impact on the Western philosophy and also the intellectual thoughts. He is often associated with existentialism, nihilism, and the critique of traditional morality and religion. He emphasizing on the importance of self-discovery, personal growth, and the pursuit of a meaningful existence beyond society norms. Existentialism is a philosophical theory or approach which emphasizes the existence of the individual person as a free and responsible agent determining their own development through acts of the will. According to existentialists, a good education emphasizes individuality. The first step in any education then is to understand ourselves. Making existential methods in the classroom requires a balance with both teachers and learners as human beings preserve its identity. Nihilism is a philosophy that rejects values and the valuation society places on people, objects, and life, and instead states that everything is meaningless. His point of view of nihilism was that it took away any inherent meaning from human beings. Nietzsche's ideas have been influential in various fields, including philosophy, literature, psychology, and art. They also spark intense debate due to their provocative and sometimes controversial nature. Nietzsche's work continues to be studied, debated, and appreciated for its profound impact on modern thought and its challenge to establish norms and values. The idea of Nietzsche can still be related to nowadays education system. Here's the three main criticism of modern education. First is lack of good educators. Second, democratization. And the last one is the hastiness of the education. In the book Twilight of the Idols, published by Nietzsche in 1889, he said that they brutally trained a vast crowd of young men in the smallest amount of time possible to become useful and exploitable servants of the state. I think this can be quite related to our education system right now. Because we are expected to graduate at around 23 years old and become a useful person and start working. But however, that's just one of the perspectives on how we see the education system. Nietzsche has high standards for educators, neither who are themselves educated, superior, and noble intellects, while lack of good educators will lead to cultural decline. I do agree on the importance of having a good teacher in the education system in order to educate a better generation. However, we all know that it's impossible to have that much of good educators for everyone since noble intellects are still rare nowadays, and this is linked to the second criticism, which is democratization of education. Nietzsche sees higher education and vast crowd as contradiction from each other. A man must be privileged in order to have a right to such a great privilege, which is education. For example, education is for genius among thousands or millions. In a democratic society, everyone needs to be educated, will make everyone is not getting the education that he deserves. This line is telling us that education for all will cause the devaluation of education. People don't see education as a privilege anymore and don't get respect because of educated. Democratic of education also changed its nature to a slow process of cultivation and factory work. In Nietzsche's idea, true education must be slow. Hence, it led to the third criticism, which is hastiness. In modern education, students are forced to a predetermined path. Basic education in primary school, followed by more challenging knowledge in secondary school, then pick a major in university, then graduate and find a job. You know what you should do after you finish your education. This is one of the Nietzsche's view. Has time, he takes time. He cannot possibly think of becoming finished. In the matter of higher culture, a man of 30 years is a beginner, a child. He thinks that education should be continuous for a lifetime and it's a slow process. However, we can't only depend on the system to educate us, but take it as our own responsibility to learn during lifetime. Lastly, I want to thank my lecturer for designing this assignment for us, and it's my opportunity to make my first YouTube video. And before the end of this video, I hope this video could pull some interest of you towards Nietzsche's idea if you haven't known him yet. Also, I will apologize if I make any mistakes in explaining Nietzsche's on education. And that's all. See you.